Let's take this show on the road. Same-ish, different day. I'll be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away. Hop a train, cop a flight, and ride. Tonight I got
Yellow. Hey, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So I am finally getting started on this bench. I am just super excited and just ready, to have some fun. And I love having projects like this and just crafting and doing, just like making things your own. And I did have some bumps in the road, which you will see, but that's okay. We got it done, and that's all that matters. And I had a blast doing it. So if you're new here, hey, thank you for being here. I'm going to throw up a couple of pictures. This bench I got from Goodwill like a couple of weeks ago. I actually have the Thrift With Me video up if you'd like to check that out. I absolutely love thrifting. I love crafting, and I love just like doing little projects like this. I just think it's just so much fun. But I got it for $16 or $17, and it is solid wood. And so hubby took the legs off for me, and I went ahead and I'm doing this in the backyard. It was still super hot, y'all. It was so hot, but I'm kind of underneath the balcony. So I was like in a shaded area. So the sun wasn't beaming on me, but it was still hot. And when I first started doing this, I did have a mask on. Excuse me, but y'all, I couldn't breathe. I had to take that thing off. I was like, nope. So anyway, so I am getting this nice and sanded. And to be honest, this was killing my hand, y'all. Like, this did take me several hours to do. As you can see, the wood is pretty dark. And going back, I probably should have gotten like some heavier grit sandpaper, but I did this entire project using everything that I already had. Like, I didn't want to spend any additional money. I do have, you'll see later on in the video, we do a little bit of cleaning and organizing, not too much, but I did clean, like declutter and organize my paint storage. There was so much stuff in there that just like needed to be, gotten rid of and things of that nature. But I would, in a perfect world, I would have gotten better sandpaper, a heavier grit, and then also probably like a, what is it called? Like a stain remover, like I can't think of the word right now, but the polish that you put on the stain lifter, the polish that you put on the stain and then you wipe it off to kind of, remove like the stain prior to sanding to help with the sanding. So you're not having to do as much sanding. But like I said, this is the sandpaper that I had, and I did this entire project with items that I already had in the house. So let's go ahead and jump into the video.
light up those boss be working minors. Clock out headphones, phone don't do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool. I need my girls, the world is ours, so run it up, let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too little, slow down. No, me and who when they see me out, booked it 'cause I'm not waiting around for you. this show on the road.
So I was gonna stand the table up to do the edges, and then I was like, girl, no, that is not gonna work. This thing is, like I said, it's pretty heavy, and I knew that it was gonna start leaning once I started on the side. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and lay this down on the bench and get the sides sanded and everything so that everything is nice and smooth. One thing that I did notice when I started sanding is that the wood, I mean, obviously it's wood, you know, it's going to be different colors and everything, but there was a lot of like different types of shades and like tones in it. And I was just like, okay, how am I going to, because I really wanted to do the staining, something like I still wanted you to be able to like to see the wood, you know? I didn't want to cover it so like I knew I was going to do kind of a darker stain, not something that was like too light, because I didn't want it to kind of like match the wood that we have already, you know, the color of like the floors. Like I didn't want it to be oaky looking or orange looking at all. And so I was just like kind of like wondering how the stain was going to look when I put it on. And so I was just like kind of like pondering about that, like, okay, am I going to mix it with like some water? Because I know if you mix a little bit of the stain like with water, it'll kind of dilute it a little bit. But yeah, my mind was definitely going. And as you will see, so if you see like the lip of the wood here that is on the chairs, it still is the darker finish. I thought that was going to be covered. I was like, okay, you know, I don't need to sand that. It's going to be covered. And I still didn't know what color I was going to do on the legs. I didn't know if I was going to paint it or stain it or, you know, how anything was going to look. I honestly was just like, just go for it. Just kind of like, you know, wing it is really, what I ended up doing. But excuse me, after when I was done with everything, I was just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to cover like the lip of this? Because I wasn't going to be able to really sand it. Obviously this is a circular sander. So if I did do that lip, it really wasn't going to get like the edges or anything. And I don't have like a corner sander. I could have, I guess, done it just with like the sandpaper, but that would have taken forever.
Seat for you.
So I was pretty much done with the sanding here, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and pull out my little handy dandy. This is kind of like an air, it's not a compressor. It's like a handheld air thing that, you know, helps with like cleaning and everything. It's like an air blower, I guess you would call it. And I went ahead and just like blew everything off before I brought it inside really well. I blew all the legs off and the chairs, and then I did the patio and the doors and everything. But I did also wipe everything down really well. And you'll also see me wash the bench as well before I get into the staining.
I don't wanna be just a memory, 'cause I don't wanna be just a memory on the screen. Oh, I am waking up from a dream, yeah. Baby, come back to me.
I finally got my package from Ownkoti, and I cannot wait to show you this beautiful pillow and blanket. You are going to love these items, especially if you are a plant lover like me. So let me go ahead and open them so I can show you. How adorable is this? It is like a velvety texture, and I'm going to show you up close. It even has the details, the lines, like an actual Monstera. This is so adorable. Let me get a little bit further. And then on the back, it's plain, so it's like reversible. They also have a dark green color, and I just think this is so cute, y'all. I'm so excited. Like, look at this. This blanket is huge, and it is reversible. They do have different sizes. They have a wide variety of sizes, but I'm telling y'all, this blanket is heavy. You can tell that this material is high quality, sustainable material, and I definitely want you to check them out. I am going to leave a discount link, Thrifty and Nifty, in the description of this video. You can get 15% off the entire site, so definitely check them out. So it is the next morning, and this is what the bench is looking like after the sanding. The lip of the bench on the side, you know, on all of the sides are still the original color, but that's okay. We are gonna make it look nice. And this is my paint storage. So this is exactly why my paint and stain and all my supplies and everything, why I didn't go and buy anything additionally for this refinishing of the bench. I was going to use what I had. I knew I had some stuff in here, and I wanted to be resourceful and use what I had, you know? So I was going through this and really decluttering this and just getting it nice and organized. I was like reading the labels of the paint, because some of the paint is like stuff that the previous owners left for, you know, the paint colors. Like, for example, our primary bedroom, they left. And then they called it the nursery, which is now Son's room, and the spare, and the original baseboard colors and the ceiling colors and things like that. So those I kept just in case like I needed to touch up. Well, not the spare or anything, because I already repainted those, but anything that I needed to keep, basically what I'm trying to say, I kept. And then a lot of these cans, y'all, are like empty pretty much, and the paint has already like dried up and everything, and so it just felt so good to get this nice and clear and organized. Those little mirrors up there, I did a project a while ago, and those little mirrors are from like the Dollar Tree. They're plastic. I ended up just tossing those. I did keep them down here because I was like, oh, maybe I can use them, you know, for something. And that's why I keep a lot of the paints and stuff like that were almost empty. I was like, oh, maybe I can use it for something, you know, for a project, yada, yada. I threw it out, y'all. If it was almost empty, I threw it out. If it was a paint can that I was not going to use, I ended up throwing it out so it just felt good to do this. And I also went through the box here, the diaper box is where I have like all of my supplies. So like my paint brushes, my rollers, my sandpaper, anything that I need for, projects and things, I just keep in that box. Looking through this stuff, it also just made me realize like how many like the projects and things that we've done throughout the house. For example, this color here, this is the color of the basement, y'all. This is that brown color was the color of the basement when we bought the house, and we have since painted it the gray that it is. And I'm also going to show you like the kitchen color. When we originally bought it, it was also like this tannish color. This is the color here, and we have since painted it a light gray. Well, the kitchen is now white, but yeah, I was just like, man, this is crazy. All this, it's been down here for years, so I definitely was going to go ahead and toss it and declutter it.
Time takes a toll on everyone, they say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for us to change. Time, I am stressing out, I can't figure out what to say. Oh, time, just give us time. Time, looking back on pictures, and I find it hard to see you and myself in places where we used to be. Oh, time, we got older, babe, and I wanna stay with you. Don't got time for games, now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, babe? Promise me we'll never fall. Time took a toll on us, I'll say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for you to change. Oh, time, we got older, babe, yeah, but I wanna stay with you, and don't got time for games. Now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Hey, hey, every night, every day, promise we'll never change. So are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, baby? Promise me we'll never fall. Promise, now are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, baby? Promise me we'll never fall, never fall. Promise me, promise.
All right, so I washed the bench off really, really well just with some hot soapy water. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, dear Lord, I was just like, when I started staining this, I was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, this does not look good, like at all. So this stain is actually black. It's a black, it's a stain. It says it's poly, like a stain and glosser in one. And this is the only stain that I had. And when I started doing this, y'all, I was just like, ma'am, this is streaky. Like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I was even looking at the camera like, girl, no. But just trust the process, okay? I leaned into it. I was like, okay, we're gonna make this work, and it's going to be okay. Like, you can always fix stuff. So I can't even tell you how many projects I have done where I have jacked it up, like, for real. I have jacked it up so bad, but if I really wanted to, I could go back and like resand this and take it off. But I was like, okay, just lean into it and stain it, like actually, put the product on there and stain it. So originally I thought that this was just going to work like, excuse me, as a, like lightly. I was kind of mixing the stain with some water. And as you could see, like it was super streaky, but I went ahead and just put it on there, and I knew I had an idea of what I was going to do to kind of lighten this up. Like I said, I knew I was going to stain it like a darker color, because as you can see, our wooden floors are like an oak, like light oak color. And, I was like keeping everything in mind, like how it was like kind of going to look. I had an envision of how I wanted this to look. I still wanted it to be stained, but I also still wanted like the woody look to kind of shine through. So just trust the process.
You broke my heart a million times. Can't count the times I made you cry. Oh, we're such a mess now, and we're burning out. I get so sad at the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. I can't bear the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. You're still perfect as the day goes by. Even the worst ones hate, they make me smile. I stop the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, yeah, yeah, to work things out, to work things out. Can we be honest? You're my comfort zone. Whatever I say, don't let me go. I know you're angry, babe, and I am cold. I get so sad at the thought of losing you.
Right, so I knew that pure acetone will like thin out your stain and lighten it up. So I decided to try this. And once I finished, putting on the stain, I went ahead and put some of this all throughout the stain. And I'm going to show you like a closer look here on the right side of the bench. This really, really helped A, lighten the stain color, and B, help with the streaks. So this will smooth out any of your streaks. As you can see here, like look how streaky this is. When you put it has to be pure acetone though, not regular like nail polish remover, but actual pure acetone. I know that you can also use bleach as well. Bleach will help lighten up your stain color, but I didn't want to use bleach. I knew I had some pure acetone, so this is what I ended up doing. And I did this several times. I did it with a napkin because I knew that when you use like a rag with nail polish remover, the rag kind of like really soaks up the acetone. And so that's why I decided to use a paper towel, because it'll really soak the paper towel, and the product, the acetone will get on the wood. So I did this several times, like I said, and I actually ended up doing it another time as well, just to smooth everything out and really, really lighten up the stain. So although this really wasn't the plan to paint the legs, this is what I ended up doing. I really didn't have like another plan to lighten up the the original, like you can see here, obviously the lip is still, like I said, the original color. So I decided to go with white. I had some white paint and I was just like, you know what, like I know a lot of people when they, refinish wood and everything, they hate when people paint over it, but this is what I ended up doing. So if this really gets on your nerves, I'm sorry, but yeah, I ended up painting it white. So I went in with a really good thick coat. I painted it, I did 2 coats on the white.
Even the worst ones, hey, they make me smile. I stop the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, yeah, yeah, to work things out, to work things out.
So I finished up with the paint. I got all of the sides nice and covered and the legs nice and covered as well. And you will see me go back and I did like a really good final kind of scrub on the top of the stain. After I got everything painted, I just did one more wipe through, just like the darker spots. You'll see like where it's like really, really dark. I just kind of wanted to lighten that up and try to get everything smooth and like cohesive and just like one color and not looking streaky. And I think I really achieved that look. You will see me, I went out on the balcony, I took the bench on the balcony and I just did the top. I didn't want to do polyurethane because I didn't want it to be like super, super glossy, I still wanted it to have that, like I keep saying, I don't know what else to say, but that like wood, I wanted the wood look to still like pop through, even though the stain was kind of dark. So I did the second and last coat of the white and then I took the bench outside and I had it wasn't polyurethane spray. It was a wood. It was like a wood stain gloss. So that's what I ended up using when I took it outside on the balcony and spraying it.
Say you don't wanna be with me, but you miss me as soon as it's over. Your name lighting up the screen, but you never call when you're sober. You say you don't like the games, but you play me like there's no tomorrow. You should know that I'm fed up with your lies, so don't come closer. You know you hurt me bad and now you have scars. I need some time to heal, so don't come over. Don't even bother calling, just get lost. I'm fine on my own, so don't even bother to come back, 'cause I ain't done. I'm fine on my own. And boy, your pretty little lies are getting old. All the nights I have wasted on you are gone, 'cause we are through. All the nights I have wasted on you.
This is how the bench ended up turning out. As you can see, the top isn't glossy. It's still, the wood still kind of shines through, but obviously there is stain on it. And this console here, I wanted to switch this out, A, because the bench is bigger and longer. B, as you can see, the bench sits up higher. So there is a vent here and the console was pretty low. And now the bench goes over like the vent, which is really good. And this just is going to be better, like for me to hold plants, you know, taller plants and everything. I may end up switching things around. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the console yet, but for now, I think that this turned out pretty good. I'm going to enter in some before and after pictures, but thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I will definitely see you soon. Bye.